4 o'clock. Today, Tuesday, November 14th, 2023. Call to order the meeting of the Hanson Board of Health. 4 p.m., second floor hearing room of the Hanson Town Hall. Present, Kevin Perkins and Arlene Diaz. This meeting's being recorded. First order of business is approve Board of Health minutes from the October 17th, 2023 meeting.
Yep. I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes.
I'll second that motion. All in favor? Aye. Second, transfer station contracts.
So the current contract expires in February. So just you guys need to contemplate what you want to do.
Is that for hauling,
For both? Yeah.
everything?
Yeah.
What do we have now?
Harvey. It's Harvey ABC.
ABC, because
New
it was
Bedford Waste.
ABC.
It's like all the same company, but they just keep
And did we
changing their
just do
name.
a 1 year? Or
We did a 1 year last time.
And we've been doing that for a while.
Well, we ran without a contract for a long time. We had a 3 year, and then we had a 10 year. We had like a 10 year and a 3 year, or 10 year and a.
Yeah.
And then we ran without one for a while, and the most recent one is a year, and it's up in February. So.
And we have what, like 2 or 3 that we can get proposals from?
Yeah, I don't know who does it. Do you, Waste Management?
It's Waste Management and Waste Connection. Let's see, we're with Waste Innovation, I believe, right?
Win Waste is the one that, like, I have Private Hauler and I have
Yeah.
Win Waste.
Yeah, they have it too, but there's only like 3 companies right
At
now.
some
really.
point, I think Claire had done something on the hauling prices. I'll have to ask her.
That's part of that whole thing that Todd, and that's what Todd did with Melissa and them, that whole thing there. So
And we can't have a meeting because Mike is still out. And he's the vice chair. He has to call a meeting.
Oh,
We can't do anything.
I didn't know he was out.
Yeah, he's been gone for a little
So
bit.
that whole, let me think about this.
Eileen, how do you feel about getting proposals for maybe a 1 year contract? Just for the interim, just so we can get working on it?
Except we did that for a while.
Yeah.
We should probably try to get, and I'll talk to, I know at some point Claire talked about the hauling contracts. We probably should try to get something that goes at least 3 years, because it's a giant pain in the neck every year. And I think at one point it helped us to a certain extent where they wanted to go up on the rates. And year to year, they could just do that. I think there's not a benefit for us to do it on a yearly basis.
And in a 3 year contract, they can't still go up with rates?
Within the contract, because they tried to charge us, was it $95 a month
Yeah,
for recycling when we had, the contract was $65.
usually they'll do, like, if you do a multi-year contract, the first year it's this price, and then the second year they'll say
There's like a cap
like
on
a
it.
2%.
yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
2% or a 3%
Yeah.
increase.
So it holds down our costs to sort of an amount that we would be aware of, as opposed to year, we have no control over how it goes.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna put it out for proposals, I mean, could we have them do a 1 year contract and a 3? Have them price it both ways? Just to see what the comparison is?
We probably could, but I'm wondering if the information that Todd gathered with Claire, if they would bring it to us, directly to the board, so that we would know exactly, because they already looked at all the costs. They were just gonna present it to the subcommittee. I could ask them to come to us, so that we have an idea of what we're looking at for costs.
I think that's a better idea because they did all that work. Todd.
They did a lot of work.
Todd and Claire did all that work, and no one's actually seen the information.
Right.
So I think maybe that should come directly to the board.
Yep, I can ask them to come to our next board meeting.
Todd would have no problem with that. I mean, and that'll give a better perspective of what should take place. And
Because I think
what
they
does
looked,
take
they
place.
looked at a bunch of things. They
Yeah.
looked at what our costs
Right.
were. They looked at if we kept the transfer station open, if we closed the transfer station and went to private haulers. They looked at everything and came up with prices. So that we might as well have them come and present it to us, since we have no idea when the subcommittee's gonna meet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you could reach out to them and see if you could get them to come to the next meeting with the information that they've already discovered would be good.
Oh, yeah. definitely. So we can get ahead of one thing.
Is their contracts up when?
February. So that they come in December, it's,
Yeah, we only have like 2 meetings before.
yeah, December
February.
16th or something. 16th?
14th? Are we making that up?
No, 19th. I think it's the 19th. It's the 12th or the 19th.
Let me see what
I have it on my wall in the office. I can't retain all that information in my little paper.
I don't have it, which is on here. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that? You want to send them an email and see if
Definitely.
we can get them?
Yep, I can
for the
reach
next
out to
meeting?
Todd and see if he can definitely come to the next meeting. Or both of them come to the next meeting
Okay.
with that information, once I know the date of the next meeting.
Yeah.
I'll go look it up. I thought I had already put it in my calendar. I have to get it together.
We want to see if we can get that next meeting date when, just before we leave.
Yeah, I have it in the office, and we have January too set
Okay.
up. I just don't remember what they are.
Do we want to jump to the public health nurse stuff?
Yeah.
Just so she doesn't have to stick around for all this stuff.
She really want to hear about subject plans, I'm sure.
Her report is on the front. Yep.
So is flu not being reported? Because I know it's running rampant.
If it's a, somebody tests for it, then
Okay.
yes, it would be included. There is like a watch board, the state has a watch board that anybody can look at to see.
Where it is?
Reported cases and stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised at how quiet it's being,
I know 2 people that have had it and gotten really sick.
I did talk to somebody and they're like, oh, they
lasting
wouldn't
cough.
even test me. So that's another thing, if you don't get tested, it can't
You
get
can't really,
reported.
yeah, this person got tested and she's 3 weeks out and still coughing,
Really?
like mad, and had high fever. Yeah. And tuberculosis.
Yeah, so that was recent, and I haven't heard what, Whitman has 2 active cases right now. So the state hasn't got in touch with me what,
To tell you
yeah.
sort of what the
what
contacts were and all of
happens
that.
is usually, like our cases in Whitman are like people from overseas, and, they have certain requirements they have to follow to get into the country. And sometimes it takes time for those overseas x-rays to be read or for, they to just slip down to my level. But it was in there, so.
Okay. And then some of them you can't test. We can't use the regular test to do.
No, it's usually the blood test, the IBRA blood test. That's positive. Because that's the only way it would show up on the report is the blood test.
Is it?
Yeah.
December
Just
12th.
some inspections.
December 12th and January 9th.
Where am I writing it? December 12th? Oh. I thought I blocked it off of mine.
It's at the bottom of the minutes.
Oh, I'm in 24, that's why I can't find it. Because we were looking ahead for new,
For Thanksgiving.
for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And I said, that's weird, because I know I had it on my calendar. Yes. If I move to the right year, it's on the 12th. Thank you. So that's the only one even that you might need to follow up on. And the coronavirus, related, unrelated, just groupings, or just all over the place?
The what?
COVID.
COVID. Oh, sorry.
I would have to go look at
I didn't know that
individual,
existed.
I can tell you.
No, hang it in there.
I can, usually like write down, I don't usually write addresses, but I'll write down like the person's age. Yeah, it's, a couple of older adults, a couple in their 70s, couple 50-year-olds, couple 30-year-olds.
Oh, so it's all, it's not kids, it's
No,
older
only
folks.
one child.
So the old folks have to stay home. What's passing it around?
Yeah, so,
Mhm.
like I said, not a lot getting reported. The
Which-
two tick diseases to follow up on.
And that's the nasty tick disease.
Yeah.
And that's too, and we had somebody else earlier this year. Are these new?
These are all for last month. That's all what happened.
Oh, okay, so we had
for the
somebody
month.
else with babesiosis earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to include like year-to-date stuff in the, or just the, like what happens the previous month in the report?
Probably year-to-date would be nice because we can
Okay.
sort of see where things are. Like
Okay.
when we need to start reminding people about Lyme disease, which is probably a year-round
Yeah.
prevention, just to see if there's a trend. Because usually, especially with the Lyme, there always seems to be a little peak, like a spring peak, and then maybe a little later or
Okay,
sometime.
for next month's report, and then I'll give you a year-end one after the end of the year.
Yeah, okay,
So you put all the numbers.
thank you.
Sounds good to me.
Any other questions for me?
No? No?
So I would like to introduce myself to your, like, do you have a, like, council on aging person or like
Oh.
senior?
We do,
Yes,
yes.
you know what? I can contact Mary Collins. You will love her.
Yeah, you will.
She is literally sent from above,
Okay.
like heavenly.
Okay.
I'll send her an email tomorrow.
All right,
Yeah, she's great.
okay.
And you know where it is?
No.
The library is right up at the top of the hills. The library
Okay,
and
yep.
senior center are together.
They're together?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're together.
All right,
Yeah. I can send her your contact information
Okay.
and have her reach out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that work?
yeah.
Or would you
I
prefer to
know
reach
I'm
out to
like
her?
contract employee, but like
Yeah.
I don't have an ID. I would hate to, like if I went to meet somebody or, you know.
Oh, you know what?
Ah.
I'll talk to
If
the
I could just-
IT about
person.
that. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Because you want to be able to say,
Yeah.
this is who I am, and
Yeah.
prove it.
Yep,
Yep. I will send him an email right now.
And the fire chief will be talking to you. I talked to him this morning.
okay,
And so you'll be on the directory as far as public health nurse.
okay,
So he'll be making contact with you also. So.
all right,
All right.
That's Robbie.
okay. So do you anticipate, like, just 3 hours will be the limit? I know, like, early budget talks are
Well,
coming.
it's hard to say because we haven't had any information in such a long time
Yeah.
as to how busy it will
Yeah.
get. Or could we use that time to do something up at the senior center? Like,
Yeah, that's
A zillion years ago, we had blood pressure checks.
Yeah,
It would be up at the senior center, and then we used to actually have them on the selectmen, a board of selectmen meeting night.
yeah.
We'd go in the cafeteria, and we haven't been able to do that in a long
Yeah.
time.
So I'm pretty much caught up on like the, you know, the initial, you know, stuff that was there, Maven, and, yeah, so.
Yeah, so
maybe if it
there's other stuff you can.
There's other
Yeah,
stuff you
yeah, yeah,
definitely
I would
could be
definitely
doing.
Yeah,
like to.
I just sent them an email to find out, I don't know if it's the IT person or Charlie Baker that does the IDs.
Okay.
I think Charlie makes them, but I'm not sure. So I'll wait to hear back from them. Do you want to reach out to Mary? Or do you want me to reach out to Mary for you and give her your contact information?
Well, if you give me her name, I can reach out.
Yep. It's Mary Collins.
Mhm.
Hang on one second. My mouse doesn't want to work. Let me see. Where is my town of Hanson thing? There it is. Hang on. So let's see. Mary Collins.
Sign
781
Oh,
293
I think the only thing I signed.
2683.
That was the.
Yeah, and she's great. She's the director of Elder Affairs.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. And I'll send her an email that you're going to reach out to her.
Okay,
When I find out about the ID, I'll send you an email.
Okay.
Because I know they take your picture
Yeah.
and, yeah.
Charlie, I know, does that part, but I don't know.
Yeah, he
Steve has to
hasn't
put it
probably
in.
had to make any regular ones new, so I'll find out and I'll let you know. I should know tomorrow.
All right,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
At the middle school, was it out of service because they were waiting for repair?
What's that on
The dishwasher.
The dishwasher has been out of service since, the first pipe and whatnot, and,
Oh, the pipe that broke?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's been out of service, so they've been hand washing. I mean, they're up to temperature and everything, but they do have issues with the hot water. So I'm gonna check back with them in a few months if I don't hear them. It's been replaced. As of yet, there's no date of replacement for it, so.
Because have they not fixed the other stuff in the building?
Yeah, I used to see some beautiful equipment in there now, but just that part of it has been done.
We all set with?
I think we are.
Yeah, I'm just-
Yeah, you got the information that you
Yeah, yeah.
needed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you're all set?
I'll reach out to you tomorrow once I hear back from them.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you, Kim.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
One has a new kitchen too, don't they?
Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Questions about that? I just wondered why they hadn't fixed it, but I know they had pipes burst in there.
So we got, one septic plan, 153 Forest Trail.
Sieve analysis,
Yes.
pretty clean
Yep.
plan.
Did you already look at the plan?
I did.
Okay, fine.
I looked at them twice. I looked at them last week and then I ran across the end today. Terry McSweeney, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was McSweeney, yep. And it was just a sieve analysis.
Sieve
all
analysis.
It was, that was the only
information.
thing, was the sub analysis.
Yeah.
What's the address?
153 Forest Trail.
I'll make a motion that we accept the plans for 153 Forest Trail.
I'll second that motion. All in favor? Aye.
And I like the way you put all of the stuff in the minutes. The way when you put the different ones, the plans, you put what it was that was,
All the
requested.
variances.
All
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
variances.
Yep.
Yeah. So that it's clear.
All right, so old unfinished business, transfer station.
I just always leave that on there. 'cause
So
there
that's
will be
just,
something that comes
Really,
up.
the contract stuff we were talking about?
Yeah.
No, just what that goes on at the transfer station, that's basically what's happening there.
Mhm.
Things are going pretty smooth. I've had problems with some lights that were installed years ago under the green.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did they get the lights?
We've got it, finally the person that actually did the grant, got a hold of him finally, but, we do have an electrician that's working on it with Charlie Baker, the town, he's got the lights on warranty, he was able to contact the company.
Okay,
The lights
all
on
right,
warranty,
because-
but we still have to do the installation.
The labor, yeah.
We have to find somebody to do the
Yeah,
installation.
we already got that, that's already taken care of.
Okay.
We do have an electrician that's working with it.
And Chris was on a ladder trying to hook something up, and I was like, you need to leave that alone. You need to get off the
he's
ladder.
Yeah, he's done a couple of things, but that.
I know, but this was like,
Yeah.
you're never gonna be able to get up that
Yeah.
high, first of all.
Yeah, the problem with the lights, that's right away, just gotta get them installed, they're not in yet, so they'll probably be installed this week, so.
But we haven't had them that long, have we?
No, they're failing all over the place, they're just, it's not a good thing. And part of the problem is, I guess we don't use them enough too. You gotta use them.
Are they dusted on?
Yeah. Some of them, yeah.
That happens every day.
Every single day?
Yeah.
I have one, and I'm trying to
They,
think how long
they're
I
not,
had
they
it.
failed all over the place, so that's.
Maybe because I got mine from someplace different.
Yeah.
National Grid put mine
Oh.
in. I have had it maybe 5 years. I have not, as a matter of fact, I would like for the light to die because I got a yellow one and I want a brighter one now. That light's never gonna
It's
die.
like 3 years old, so.
Huh?
It's like 3 years old. I
Oh,
think.
mine's definitely older than that. And it's dusted on. Yeah. I was just surprised because I sort of remember when we did those and I think it hadn't been a long time. So are we getting them all done? How
The
many are
ones-
down
Probably
now?
just warrantying the ones that are out, right?
Yeah, the ones
Right.
that are out.
Is
yeah.
it two?
It's, yeah, two big ones. That
That are out.
So.
And I know they're over by the
By the cardboard.
cardboard
Yeah, that's fine.
contractor.
That's not working, so.
Do you want to just roll right into your agent report?
Yeah, we'll do. I think, things are going pretty good. We're doing, of course, the office is busy. We're going, we got the big renovation here at this Dunkin' Donuts. It's totally inside. They're tearing floors up. They're tearing piping out. They're tearing.
Yeah, it looks like they've been doing a lot over
Well,
there.
yeah, because, we found a couple extra pipes that don't know where they're going, but the system's being put together now. We had an issue with the tank. There's a company coming out to clean the existing 3,500 gallon tank. They're gonna leave that there. The baffle fell into the tank. That's what was the problem with the tank.
Oh, the backhoe?
So the baffle.
Oh,
The baffle in the tank, and that was handmade, so they're gonna take that out and reuse that tank. The tank's, solid, so. And, things are going pretty good. We're still having our meetings every Monday with the fire department. We're gonna continue those meetings every Monday morning and to discuss different things that are going on in Hanson, that departments can communicate better and you work unilaterally sometimes on certain things, like the fire department, like with Shaw's and stuff, and different things that, the Board of Health, fire department, building department, try to get better communication there. So those meetings are going to continue on. So things seem to be going pretty smooth. We have the usual, issues that go on. That's the day-to-day issues. Nothing standing out really. So.
What's the issue up at Camp Kalani with the bacteria? The cold?
That is what happens is that's the recreation waterway. So what happens is when that shows up, I do a weekly test from July to September.
Right.
And that's for E. coli. We had a little issue last year with that. When the cove is open, the state will come down and test it. And at that time last year, it came out was only like 700 milligrams per million, whatever the hell it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been monitoring it. It seems to be getting worse and worse. So at some point in time, all we do, I do the determination of whether you send it to the state. The state says, okay, it's cyanobacteria. But now we've got a bigger issue. This is growing, so the selectmen are actually in charge of ponds and stuff. Conservation and health assists, but they are the stewards of the ponds, and this is getting worse and worse. I took pictures today and forwarded it, and it's coming across the pond. And it gathers at the cove because prevailing winds are coming across the pond to the cove, and it's gathering at the cove, and it's getting worse and worse, and it shouldn't be doing that.
Because we've not had that before.
I've had a little bit, very little, enough to close it. We're at the point now, I mean, even the deer aren't going to the cove and drinking the water at the cove. They moved on, so we've had a good herd of deer. Yeah, so they moved on, and it's well posted.
So bad for dogs though, and so
I know it
many
is.
dogs run in there. That killed my first shepherd.
And people don't, I don't know if they're not aware of it, same thing at forage. You shouldn't be letting your dogs run in the water there, but people
so
do.
bad, so bad.
So the cove is well posted, it's closed, everything's told it's closed. Explain to the caretaker, Roger, try to keep people, make people aware, because the signs are up there, the tape's up there. It's posted in the trail, going into the trail, so people have to be careful and diligent. So hopefully there'll be a meeting between the recreation, selectmen, Board of Health, so that my feeling is it's gonna go to the bottom. When it gets super cold, it'll go to the bottom, and then it'll come back up when it gets warmer. So, and then I think we're gonna have a problem when it does come back up.
And I'm looking at this, it says, is it Black Widow? About
Black
water
Widow.
from town pond?
Yes, went out there one day and there's a hydrant guy with a hydro seeder drawing water out of Town Hall Pond. Asked him what he was doing. He goes,
Right over here?
right over here.
Yeah,
He said,
at the dock, the boat ramp.
And I goes, what are you doing? He goes, well, we're taking water, hydro seeding down the street. I goes, you can't do that. He goes, you know what kind of water you're taking? So lucky Conservation has the thing still at the kiosk there and protected all my postings from before. So I walked the guy, oh, he goes, look, this is the water you're taking out of this pond. And he goes, well, we use the water everywhere. So I goes, look, let's read this, because I want you to read this, because wherever you're going with this water, people should know you're taking pond water. So he was going over to Ritter's property, the retention areas, and he was hiding seeing that. He did it 4 or 5 times. In the meantime, I called DEP, called the Department of Public Health. I got a hold of the guy at DEP that handles bacteria and stuff like that. There's no regulation to stop the guy from doing it. There's a hole in the law. They can stop and draw water wherever they want.
Wherever they want.
Wherever they want. So, who would want that water on their lawn? Who knows what's going to draw? So, call the
And they're
owner.
probably paying for that to be.
Yeah.
It's part of the whole process.
Yeah, so it turned a big deal. Phil Clemens and I walked out again when the guy came back and said, look, you know, we really want to do this. You know, it's nasty water that, you know, they're drawing out of the pond there. So, plus it has the bacteria and the invasive species, you know, just get the something right.
He doesn't live there.
So, but we're on it. DEP is going to be on it too. The guy that did the original testing of this pond, they're looking into, you know, if there's something they can change to stop this from happening, because it's a big hole in the wall, and no one's ever done it to, you know, I mean,
What's
it's
taking the
kind of a-
water out?
Yeah, I mean, not too many people just pull in and take water and drive off.
small, I'll give you that.
So we are
Absolutely.
trying to, you know, working with DEP. Because the guy's name's Augustus, something he's going to get back to Frank and myself and, you know, see, there's got to be something someone can do, but there's nothing you can actually do. Guy says they do it all the time because he's from Middleborough. He goes, yeah, we draw water all the time. You know, most hydro seeders in the area go to Indian Head water or crystal clear water. They'll pull water out of there, but I guess some people just draw pond water. I mean, I think in a retention area such as that, they're putting invasive species in there, so you know, there'll be some growth or something. But that's the nitty gritty of that one. So. But the cove, I'm making sure everybody's well aware of this cove thing, because it's going to come to a point in time that I feel next spring or summer, whenever it rears its head up again, it's going to be an issue. And my feeling is the pond should be evaluated, and almost like what Halifax does, they end up treating it. It's too bad. It's a beautiful pond. It's a spring-fed pond. It does have no illicit
This
drainage
one?
going.
No.
I'm going back to the
Cranberry
cove.
Cove.
Cranberry
Cove,
Cove.
yeah.
You know, it's a shame. It's a shame it's in that pond.
Because it's a pain in the neck to try to get rid of. And it's expensive to
And
treat.
it don't stop.
I know, and it's
It's a
expensive to
spring-fed
treat
pond. It
too.
don't stop, so. It's too bad.
And that's it. There was something in one of your reports I could not read what it said. Let me see.
Probably the cyanobacteria and that hydroseeding guy going back and forth to DEP.
No, it wasn't that, because it was something you emailed. It was one of the last ones you emailed. And I couldn't figure out. It wasn't that.
Well, I'm getting pretty clear, getting the writing clear, because it just is.
This I can see, but whatever I got in the email was hard to read. I don't know if it was a matter of. It's probably last week. How clean any old leak? Was there an oil leak? Is that what that says? Ongoing? Clear of any oil leak with resident complaint?
Oh, that's a resident complained about the garbage trucks going up and down Gorman Drive, leaking oil and smelling.
Somebody's, like an oil company leaked oil.
No, that goes back. That's because you know when the garbage cans got water in it
Yes.
and they compress it and the water comes out. There's people saying it's oil leaking out, and then they're saying it's starting to smell. Went down there one day because the whole neighborhood was just stinking, rotten smell, and I went down there and just trash day. That's all it was.
What kind of an oil leak? I'm thinking it's got to be a tank, it's got to be an oil truck, and you're talking a big leak.
No, it was a Gorman Drive complaint on trash trucks.
Okay. She should be taking that up with them if she thinks that trucks need.
Yeah.
So there's clearly no contamination. Sometimes I wonder what they think people are going to do. We have no control over that.
Well, more and more people are staying home, so more and more people complain about different things. You know, a lot of neighborhood complaints. So.
Not bad. Nothing else?
I don't have
I'm
anything
looking
else.
at, you know, there was something else I was gonna ask about.
Okay.
Our plan, there was something that was due this month, maybe? And I didn't bring the plan with me. But I made a copy for myself and for Melissa. When we did the training,
Yeah.
there was something that was gonna be due soon in terms of what our responsibilities were. And I'm trying to remember if it was, that's what I get for cleaning my car. I took the plan out.
I'll check it. I mean,
Never clean my car. When you look at the plan, and toward the back, there was something that we had to do in either October or November, for this year. You'll have to look at it. Well, when we go back to the office, you can take a look at it.
I know
It
about
was-
the quality, you know, the amount of meetings we kept and everything,
It
but
wasn't the
some of the
meetings,
meetings
it
are being
was
changed
something
to
else.
Fridays now, so I don't go to the Friday meetings.
That was the stakeholders. I don't go to that either. That's mostly hospitals and their stakeholders. I get the notices, but I don't go to their meetings. I know nickel on that dime. I'm trying to remember what it was we were responsible for.
I know a lot of things has changed with the new planner this year. I've met him yet. He was at one meeting, they did a Zoom meeting, last meeting was a Zoom meeting or something, and
Yeah, and they changed it.
and then they hired another planner or something.
They did.
and,
They
uh,
did.
I got an email that they were gonna be coming around to the different towns, I mean, nothing,
They're supposed to be. I think, because the meeting was supposed to be in Middleborough, but then they moved it to Randolph, and so they made it Zoom because people weren't gonna,
go to Randolph.
they weren't gonna go to Randolph for that meeting. No, and so that person, the new person, was the one that did that meeting, but I'm trying to think, it was one of the, when we went over our plan with the trainer,
Yeah.
it was that plan that, in terms of deficiencies and things that we needed to fix here in Hanson, things that we didn't have up to date, there was something that we were responsible for that's due in either October or November. And it might be part of that plan.
Yeah,
We'll get
so I'll
back to
check
the
with
office
Robbie,
and
because
look at it.
Robbie's also, you know, he's improving the plan also, it's part of the plan. He's
Oh, I know.
doing a very good job, that's part of the meetings that we're having on Mondays. So, you know, his continuation plan and all that, he's putting all that stuff together and just, you know, we're gonna tie everything together, so we act as one, like we did in
All
the
right, well,
past.
when we go back to the office, we can look and see exactly
Yeah.
what it is, because I know we're held accountable for getting that stuff done as part of being in the coalition. That was my only other question, I guess. Nothing else?
I don't have anything.
No? Well, I guess then I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion, all in favor? Aye. Meeting is adjourned.